What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're here again with another install from Limitless Autoworks LLC. If you guys want to do some flashy light stuff to the front end of your Superduty, I highly suggest you check out the description and get one of his harnesses. All right, guys, let's check this out. Alright guys, thanks so much for coming back and checking us out. Tonight we are going to be strobing the C-ring module and the amber strip right here in your headlight. We're going to go over a few things that is required for installation. He has a kit equipped with butt connectors, heat shrinks, and that brings us to the side of the truck. We're going to be working in the fender area, and you're going to need to remove both liners. Both as in if the truck came with the fiber ones and has the Ford accessory molded poly ones. Both those have to come out on each side so that we can successfully access this connector right here. This is the headlight connector going to the LED headlamp. It's one shot, boom, and you're done. There's no bulbs. There's a button. I had to do it with my right hand. There's a button right there that you needed to press, and that brings us to the connector. Now, if you look closely at this one, it closely resembles this one. Limitless Autoworks has done a great job in preparing this for OE fashioned hookup. You guys can't get any better than this. I'm going to unravel this and I'm going to slowly mock this into the truck so that you guys can see real time where we're running this and how it's going to sit in the truck, and then we're going to get to how you hook these things up. All right, before we start, I want to point out to you guys that this has two legs, okay? This is going to the driver's side. The one that has the ground on it is going to the passenger side. It has the shorter run where this is the longer side, and this is going to be floating underneath the radiator and up to the frame area behind the passenger front headlight. All right, fellas, so I want you to take the left side harness that is going from the right to the left. If you notice, with the fender liner out, you can see the lower radiator hose. I have it going over the frame. So as it comes over the frame, I'm just got it loosely mocked up. Gonna be floating it over here because there's a harness we're gonna zip tie to. Come over here. You can see the harness goes up. I went behind that harness that's tethered right here, okay? And you can see the harness coming right over the frame, and it's just dangling right here. So like I was explaining to you, you're going to take Limitless's harness and you're going to plug that into the headlight factory, and then you're going to have this guy do a little turn, and then you plug the factory harness right into the Limitless harness, and it's going to look something like that when you're done. It's going to kind of chill right here, and then we're going to successfully route with the zip tie. We're going to follow this harness all the way down. It goes underneath the radiator, and comes back up to the frame and jets out right here. We're going to follow this harness, and we're going to do the exact same thing with the passenger and connect the harness to the headlight. And if you guys look right here, see that ground? We're going to take that 8 milli ground off, and we're going to connect Limitless's ground right here. That's going to go right to that eyelet. So I'm going to get this all connected and mocked up and show you how I have it ran, and then we're going to get to the next step. Right, ground circuit in. 8 milli wobble does the job quite nice. All right, we've ran the harness all the way over, and now we have the modules just kind of sitting here. So the red ones you are going to hook up to whatever upfitter switch that you choose. Might I make a suggestion, 5 or 6, because you can make those hot at all times. If you want the same patterns, you're going to sync the modules using the yellow. We're not going to use those. We are going to change the pattern using the blues. We're going to do those one at a time. And then the whites have a feature for steady burn. So if you want to turn whatever light these are controlling, each module has a steady burn. So you can hook up the white wires to an upfitter switch so that you can have, you know, if you want your C-rings to come on for whatever reason, just steady burn, you can choose to do so. But we're not going to do that here in this application. So we have our upfitter switch. We have our upfitter switch bundle right here. If you guys aren't familiar where this goes, this is bolted to the side of the battery. It kind of sits in here like this. DS Trucks already went ahead and removed it for us for demonstration purposes, because when we hook this up, we want to make sure that you guys can understand where all this stuff is going. So underneath the upfitter box, you have a bundle of wires that Ford gives you, and they are all labeled so that you know where they're going, what switch you're going to be controlling. So we're going to be going for switch 6. So we're going to go for the gray and orange. Gray and orange. Gray and orange right here. This is switch 6. We'll pull just the one out of the bundle, and that is the one we're going to hook to all the modules, because we are doing the rears. If you guys want to watch the rear install, stay tuned to the channel, because that video is going to be coming up soon. One wire, all of those reds that you saw from the module right here are going to hook right to here. We're going to cut and heat shrink these. We're going to cut and heat shrink all of these only once we set our pattern, because when we take the blue to ground, it changes our pattern. So let me get this briefly mocked up, because now that we know where all this is at, we're going to leave one little wire dangling, and that's the one we're going to use. Here we are. I have it finally mounted up and ran all the way around this harness over here, and I have the power wires ran down here. This is just a temporary mock to turn everything on, because I have to hook up the rear strobes like I was telling you, so you guys make sure to stay tuned for that. And the mirror lights, we're going to be strobing those as well. But we've already set our pattern via the blue. We've gotten that heat shrinked all up, because we've already picked our pattern. And here is the final product. We have both lights flashing, the amber C-rings, or the amber strips. Kind of hard to pick up on camera, but this is the final product. Let me know if you're running the Limitless Autoworks strobe kit for the front C-rings and amber strip on your Superduty. The link is in the description for all your needs. We're going to be doing the rears and the mirrors. Stay tuned to the channel to see how we're going to tie all of these into the back of the truck. Alright guys, tell me what you think in the comments. Remember to like, comment, sub, share, and I'll catch you guys all next time. See ya!